What makes people act heroically? Most people, when they see something wrong happen, they don't do anything about it if it doesn't affect them.
I think this is true, but some people have no choice to be a bystander because it's for their self-preservation.
I agree with this comment, but let's ask a colleague of ours, Vince Thompson, a real goon.
So introduce yourself, Vince.
I'm Vincent Thompson. I'm a sophomore.
Vince, tell us the time you were a bystander.
Walking by or like passing people who are like homeless on the streets, like bystanding and not giving to them.
In this experience, did you think the homeless guy was bad?
No, I didn't really feel like the homeless person was bad. I felt more like I was the bad person for not, giving to them.
Cool. Why didn't you give anything to them?
Well, I think like when I was younger, I just like wouldn't have money on me like I was a kid. And sometimes if we were in the car, like we wouldn't be stopping for them. And I don't know, I feel like it's like an awkward situation when you're there and like you see a homeless person. And I mean, there's always that feeling of discomfort and you don't know what to do. And I think like the general reaction is usually just to turn away.
When I grew up, I was taught to like not be a homeless person, so I guess I could relate to your story.
Would you do it if you got a reward or recognition for it?
Yeah, I think I would do it for sure. I mean, you're getting a reward for it. I mean, you're giving money just to get more money or like some reward or recognition for it. I think that's usually the general answer.
Cool. What would you have done to try to help if you respond to this situation?
I think I'd try and give him like food or money or anything I really had to give him that might help him.
Cool.
Thank you for your input.
Let's bring in a colleague who has dealt with a situation differently than Vince.
Let's bring in another colleague of ours, Carissa Rizzo.
Whenever you ever been in a situation where you have stood up for someone instead of just bystanding?
My brother here, back in second grade, was getting bullied by some kid, and I saw this happening after school one day, so I stepped in and I talked to her. I said, "What are you doing to him?" The person bullying my brother said, I'm just, I don't know." So I asked him again, "Why are you pushing my brother?" He said, "I don't know. I really don't." I said, "Well, don't do it again then." And it continued to happen, so I had to report this to the principal, and that's basically what happened.
Why did you do something instead of just stand there and watch?
Because it's my brother, and family sticks up for each other, and we as human beings, we don't just let our siblings and other close family members just stand there and get hurt by other people, and that's it. Thank you.
What made the attacker attack your brother in particular?
It was probably that he was taller than the other kids, skinnier, and wore glasses and was really smart. And since this kid probably wasn't the brightest of all of them, he thought it'd be easier to pick on my brother, and I didn't let that happen for very long. I don't know how long exactly it was, but it was probably a good week or two, and Let's see. I think that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you for your input. As we conclude, we discovered that not everyone is set as good or evil, but molded by our environment.